morning and welcome to the classiest place on earth. How the fuck are you all doing? Good morning. I woke up and my back hurts and I don't like being old though, right? Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Let's get high. So high. Are you having that kind of day already? Oh my god, it's so early. No, it's not old. I use that as like a layman's term, but I mean you don't really like when you're young, you really don't take it for granted that you can just wake up not in pain. And I'm like sometimes I get in it and I'm like, "Oh my god, am I dying?" No, it's just age. Like it's just it you kind of got to get used to it. You're just going to kind of wake up hurting a lot now. You know? Like sleep is dangerous. Literally. I mean, I didn't do anything. It's my fucking like back of my hip is so tight today and I don't know why. Does getting high on coffee count? I mean, technically, if you talk to like straight edge people, they fucking hate caffeine. They're like, it's the number one drug. Brisky! Thank you for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a fucking anus swings for 29 months. I appreciate you. That's a long time. I just requested work off from September 18th through the 24th. Is that TwitchCon? Are you gonna go to TwitchCon? It's real fun. If you get to go, I've always had a good time. All other than what we talked about yesterday, like there are moments, but fuck yes, dude. Man, I don't know if it's just because I've been around too long, but the moment they announced it in San Diego, my heart just said zoo. I was like, oh shit, San Diego Zoo, here I fucking come. But yeah, the con or something is happening, right? Yeah, the stretches, I mean, it like that laying on your back and then like, throwing your leg over your body and letting your hips twitch, like stretch. My dad used to do that all the time when I was a kid. I remember watching him. He's really tall and he'd have to lay out on our living room floor and like twist his back like that. Ow. Like I didn't realize how tight my back was. And I do yoga every day. Like I stretch a lot, but dude, it's just this one. I must have slept in like a weird fetal position or something. It's just tight and then it strikes up the side. So it's like this whole side of me is just kind of it's always this side. I don't know why. I know. Thank you for all the tips. Seriously. I was like Googling stretches and some of the Googles I came up with talked about the piriformis or whatever that people were tweeting at me. But you guys had actual pictures. Like seriously, sue me for treating Twitter like Google. You guys literally are so much more helpful than a fucking Google foo. Personal, like people telling you what works for them is always going to be better than a fucking Google foo. Sugar, I mean, yeah. If do they classify sugar as a drug? It is addicting, but I don't know like scientifically where we land. I mean, yeah, we've all read the studies about how mice will go for sugar over cocaine. Or Volticon, let me grab it. Hopefully YouTube works today. Really, hopefully. Ellis DePario dropped a new video last night, I think. But I didn't watch it yet, so I have it. I pulled it up this morning when I woke up. I was like, you're gonna buffer for 3 hours, motherfucker. What are we drinking? Coffee. I don't even know what it is. Just some cheap fucking coffee. I wish it was tasty. It's okay. I mean, it's coffee. I'm not that picky about coffee, but you really do notice when you get a good cup. Probably Zach shadow boxing in the night. Dude, I wonder. I get pain there too. The stretches have saved me. It's so nice. Honestly, I think it's just being tall. Like I don't know. Like, no counter is for us. And I cooked dinner and made cookies last night. And so I'm thinking, like, is that what I did? Like, was it, it's this. It's that you got to bring yourself like down an inch to work on any surface if you're tall. And I feel like maybe I did like a thing and kind of fucked my back. Oops. When San Diego 2019 TwitchCon was the single best con I've ever been to, but fuck me, it was like 1,400 pounds just to get there, not including hotel. Yeah. Honestly, I really, 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 really wish they would put TwitchCon on the East Coast. I don't know why. I mean, I know, I theorize. Allegedly, I know why they put it in California over and over. It's because Twitch is in California. And the cheaper they can get to the con, the more they can supply for people going to the con. So, like, I get that. But the East Coast would just be so much more central for the world to get to, you know? Like, everybody else that's not in the US. And, like, this is just personal, but California, no offense to Californians, sucks. It's just the most expensive place you could have fucking chosen. Everything is so expensive there. The weed is twice the price. Everything is just so expensive. Like, this is why people get stuck in California. I have multiple friends who cannot leave California because they make just enough money to survive and they can't save to leave because it's just so fucking expensive. It's crazy. Ouch. My plane ticket's gonna be around $400 round trip. That's not bad at all, actually. Dude, I saw Alaska Airlines, the CEO put out like a statement this morning about their door ripping off. Which one's Pigeon Pose? I do the one of my favorites for my back. It's like cow cat, you know, where you like you're on your all fours and you like curl your back. But instead of that, I can't remember what they're called, but you like rotate your body in a circle, kind of. Like instead of just going up and down, you kind of do a side to side. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like you're rotating from cat to cow, and then you go back, you go the other direction. But that helps my neck and my shoulders so much. I'm actually PT for lumbar spine, and they have me working on that area of my body. No shit. Like this right here? Interesting. What did you have an injury? Good morning, Rodney. How are you, love? Yeah, it's gonna stay in San Diego through 2028. I kind of assumed they were gonna do that, honestly. They did that. I mean, they did that right as COVID happened. They were like, "Yeah, we're reserving San Diego for the next, like, 3 years," or something like that, and then COVID happened, and it all got fucked. I finally found something that helps my neck shoulder. Actually, C5, C6, radicula radiculopathy? Ridiculous. Gotta push chin in, stretch head to opposite side, and look down at side. Oh, man, there's one that Glut taught me. You put your hand on the back of your head and, like, equal pressure, your head against your hand and your hand against your head, and just push, but look at your elbow. This, like, right here, oh my god. This is one it looks like nothing. Seriously, put your hand behind your head, look at your elbow, and then just push on both. This right here, it just lights up. That's one of my favorites. It's so weird. I was hoping TwitchCon EU would be in the UK this year, but nope. What is their obsession with being in the Netherlands? Is there a reason? Like, I was super stoked. I just want to see Amsterdam. I've heard it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I've only had a layover there, so I haven't really got to experience it. Even in the US, it would cost me at least a few hundred to get across the country. Oh, yeah. I mean, especially nowadays, like, flights are ridiculously expensive for some reason. I know, Alaska Airlines. Let me get the door for you. Pigeon pose. Okay, I'm familiar with it, but I can't remember what it looks like. Yes, I was thinking. Literally was picturing that one, but your front foot on the ground and like leaning forward. Yep, I do that one too. That one helps a lot with my groin. Like my groin tendons, whatever, have always been super tight. Like when I was in high school, half of my memories of school sports was sitting on the sidelines with an ice pack on my crotch. Just because, you slide on the court and just, oh God, everybody ever get a groin pull? Dude, those are the worst. Oh my God. Story of my life as a youth. Classic Chunk! Welcome, Raiders. How did I not hear that? Thank you for the raid, motherfuckers. Welcome and good morning. I hope you're doing well. What did you do today? Thank you, dang. It's just really tight. It's not too bad. It's not like pain. It's just like, I can feel like I need to sit up straight today. I can feel it like if I start to do this, my weird like sag that I tend to fall into. It's just tight. I think I just slept funny. I slept good though, so like, okay. Merger with McDonald's Douglas ruined Boeing apparently. Really? Did it really? Good morning, Molly Love. I have arthritis of the lumbar spine. Oh, and bulging discs. Oh, honey. Ow. I'm so sorry. Ow. Amsterdam, Schiphol is the other main airport hub that isn't Heathrow. Oh. There we go. That makes sense. Yep. We come from the base of the big hairy face. Fuck yes. Oh, God damn it.
Hail Satan and fuck yes.
Agreed, sales. Good morning, my love. I hope you're doing well. I'm seriously, like, if you see me slouch, call me out on it. I don't care. It's good for me. I don't slouch too bad, but I like, I'll jack my arms up and I'll do this a lot, and I know that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. You gotta take care of your back. I can go. I know, dude. I should make him more points. Oh God. Tiger knee sleeping positions apparently help open up the lumbar spine area. No wonder I sleep in it 100%. I gotta look that up. Tiger knee sleeping position. Hold on. Tiger knee. Tiger knee position. Excuse me. Oh my God, I sleep like that. What the fuck? I sleep like that too. I have to. It literally like opens my hips up while I sleep. It's the best thing in the world. Oh my God. Weird. I sleep like that. It's like I can't not sleep like that. Having that leg out, it's like relief on the front of your hips the moment you do it. Oh my God. It's the best. Like, yeah, holy shit. Metal Jazz, thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive and giving any swings that Prime sub. I appreciate you. Don't forget to use your Prime subs while they exist. No pressure to use them here. But every time you forget your Prime sub, Bezos gets a $5 bill shoved up his greasy G string, and he does nothing for the world. So let's stop that. Oh my God. The cold part of the bed when your leg hits it, that fucking heaven feel. I have adulting to do. Go adult, stretch your legs and drink some fucking water, bro. Take care of yourself. And same to all the other Raiders. If you've been chilling with Chunk all day, please stand up, stretch your legs, feel no pressure to hang out here at all. But seriously, get some water. I just chugged all my water and literally left it in the kitchen. Otherwise, I'd chug some with you. What I've heard is that McDD managers took over and are why the quality went to shit. Interesting. I mean, anybody that lives in Washington State, you probably know at least 5 people who have worked at Boeing or currently work at Boeing. And I've never heard anything bad about it other than, like, how do I explain this? They hire people based on their body size, no shit, because there's certain jobs where, like, I know this just because I worked with a guy at Lowe's who got a job at Boeing, and he was like one of the skinniest, railiest dudes I've ever known. And they hired him specifically because he was like that, because he could crawl into an engine or something and do some very specific job. And that was his only job. And he was only hired because he was small enough to do it. And he was treated like shit. Like, they put him in some dangerous situations, like crawling inside jet engines and shit like that. I sit on my legs. I often do that. I sit on one. I don't think I've ever sat on both my, like, this chair's not big enough to do cross-legged. I'm too long, but sitting on one leg is definitely a lifestyle. Yeah, I have to stop myself from doing that because I think that fucks my hips up even more. It sits me crooked. Especially when that part of the, oh yeah. It flexes your lumbar as well in a different way than sitting does. And seriously, like, if I was to go crawl in bed, I mean, it's like automatic. That's the exact position I just slide my body into. On my belly, arms like this kind of, and then so this is really weird. I don't know if it's really weird, honestly. Like, all I have is personal experience, but I wake up 9 times out of 10 in the exact same position every day. And it's the position I was literally like born in. My mom has pictures of me sleeping, and I'm sleeping as a baby in this exact position. And it's literally one head, one arm like this, and one like this. And I sometimes wonder if this is how I was in the womb or something. This is how, no matter what I'm doing, if I'm on my side or stomach, I wake up with this hand like this and this one like this. What the fuck? Almost every single day. It's also good for not putting pressure on your abdomen, good for breathing, and if you have stomach problems. You know, it probably lifts you off your gut, huh? It was a shitty job. He hated it. Funny part is when I lay on my side to play with my phone, but I always sleep tiger knee. It's like, okay, I'm tired. Assume the position. Same. Same. Like, that's the, I have to be, if I don't have room, this is why, I mean, I don't know how people function in a tiny bed, like a twin bed, because I can't do that in a twin bed. I'm literally too long. I'd go crazy. I'd fucking go nuts. I'd lose my mind. Bubs, Thank you for that follow. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. My name's ClassyKatie. It's fucked fabulous to meet you. Take my breath away with Trish to my fucked up family today. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. Thank you. What a great song. What up, Doc? How are you? But oh, dude, Lane. Good morning. Oh shit, bullshitting workday. Boo.
Fuck that shit. I'm sorry.
Assign little teapot. Seriously. But the most broken shouldn't it be this? What kind of teapot is this? It's more like one of those like wine aerator things. Good morning. Good morning, Panda. Oh, boo. At least you have work. I mean, it makes life go by fast, right? I know this. All I did was put on a Missy Elliott radio station on Spotify because yesterday YouTube was down, like hard down. It wouldn't load at all. I think someone said they fucked with ad blockers, and so it just fucked with the entire platform, which is cool. Good morning, Viata, my love. How are you? My BF and I did a twin for 1 year, never again. Did it? Oh my god, together? I physically couldn't. I'd have to lay on top of the other person. Oh my god. Molly, you're a superhero. The worst I've ever slept, I think, was I backpacked to the East Coast when I was a kid, when I was moving over there with a boyfriend I was dating at the time, and we stayed with a friend of ours who was part of like a Greenpeace thing where they like get free housing. It's really shitty housing. So he had a couch for us to sleep on, and both of us, he was 6'2", I was 6 foot, and I literally slept on top of him on a couch. It was horrible. We slept hard, but man, that's not how you want to sleep. I'm surprised I functioned, to be honest. My parents sleep on a full two, and I don't know. I have a California king, and sometimes I wonder, like, is it enough? I seriously, like, granted, I do have a dog that likes to take up literally every inch of room on a bed because she's a bastard, but, like, I want a room that's a bed. Like, why do bedrooms even need floor space? Can't it just be, like, from the door, you just, like, leap in? I'd love that. Just, like, belly crawl from the door onto your bed. Oh my god, give it to me any day. My parents sleep. That's insane. So do mine. What's a lemon? I don't know. I don't get anything wet. It's like Chip and Teapot switch positions in the story. Oh my god, you're right. You'd literally like have to turn it on, turn it upside down to pour it out. I don't know. It's a weird, weird. I'm surprised I don't have acne on this side of my face from the amount this hand is there. Had the whole room. Dude, yes. I'm not kidding. Oh my god. I mean, the fact that nowadays, I don't know if they have this around the world, but in the US I've seen this. They have like places you can take your kids, and it's basically a warehouse that they've just decked out fully in trampolines. So every inch of the ground is trampolines. And you can just like, why was that? I mean, I don't even have a kid to excuse myself going in there, but I want it so bad. Like, that's heaven, man. We all suffered with our little trampolines falling through the springs and shit as kids. Like, fuck. Now they have establishments where you can just hop for miles. Kids these days. But the walls are padded, so you can bounce off the walls. Dude, I want it so bad. I'm sure they allow adults. I would just feel so weird because there's all those kids. I don't know. I'd feel like the shitty, like, you know, adults that are there without kids, and I'd probably say fuck, and some parent would be like, oh my god, the language. Or like, oh my god, blue hair, she must be crazy. Oh my god, the other day, I get these all the time. I don't know why, but this was the most recent. I was in Zach's stream. We played, oh, he was doing that, like, what is it? Some hospital game? Oh, what was it called? Red light, blue light? I don't fucking remember. He was doing some hospital game, so he asked me to come in and help him out because it was pretty fucking realistic. And I'm just watching the chat, and one person, the more eyeliner, the more unstable. Just out of nowhere, just one, and I'm like, they were a long-term sub of Zach's. I would assume they enjoy him. Let's go after the girl on the screen for the eyeliner. Why? Why are people like this? I have no answers. Like kangaroos and shit. Fuck yes. Those trampoline places, I know I've seen grown-ups in there when I brought my kids. I'm sure. Were they like, did you feel like, oh god, I'm so sad there's adults here? Because I feel like I would have such a blast. But I don't want to be that creepy adult that goes to a kid thing. You know? I just wanna hop. Yes! Fiona, the blue hair looks fucking good on you. You have really nice neutral skin where you can pull off red and blue. I'm very jealous. Very, very jealous. I know. I'm unstable whether I have eyeliner on or not. Like, do they think when I wash my face at the end of the night, like, the mental illness melts away? Or, like, if I cut the blue off, like, maybe I'll be sane? I don't know where their logic comes from or why they say these things. I don't know. Or, like, dude, this was, like, a couple weeks ago. I tweeted a picture of myself trying to stretch my back. Again, like, "Hey, does anybody have advice? My back is killing me." And someone comments, "Wow." And I was in a sweatshirt and, like, black leggings. I mean, I don't even know. It was not a sexy picture by any means. And someone comments, "Wow, posting softcore porn for 60 likes. Lol. Get a hobby." Like, arguably, you put in more effort commenting on this photo than I did taking it. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Christ. Get a hobby. Yeah, apparently we can just paint the crazy on and get rid of it at the end of the day. I think it's like how gay TV turns us gay or something. Or drag queens are turning us gay or whatever. I don't know. I didn't see my first drag queen show until literally a year ago, and I've been gay for quite some time, so I really don't know where that's coming from, but like, sure. Eyeliner just means you've embraced yourself. Man, I've never looked at someone and tried to assume their mental state by the makeup on their face or their hair color. Like, what the fuck? I'm unstable but I have no eyeliner. Explain that, chat. Small people make themselves feel bigger by putting others down. That's very much it, and it's sad. It's like misery loves company. Like, honestly, and I'm glad that I've reached that point because there was a point in my life where a comment like that would send me reeling, like something's wrong with me. Oh my god, my eyeliner, something, something. Whereas now I see a comment like that and I just I feel pity. My literal, like, real reaction. That's the word I'm looking for. My instant reaction is, oh, you're having a rough time, huh? That sucks. I'm having a great time over here with my eyeliner and my blue hair. But I feel pity at this point, yeah. You say that like being unstable is a bad thing. At least I'm fucking interesting. I think there was an Adult Swim area of the Hot Factory, Follow Your Dreams. Oh my god. I want that. It's not logic, it's stupidity. Hell, I don't wear makeup, but I'm deaf unstable. Right? Like, what the fuck? Some people, mostly dudes, fear anything they do not understand or they can't have but really want. It's just weird. I know it's just, again, like, I can't generalize my own personal experience, but I've been in the pits. Like, I've been the darkest, deepest, depressed moment that I can fathom. I can't say it's the worst anyone because I can't compare, but like, I've been in the darkness, right? Where I've quite seriously considered not being around anymore, to put it lightly. And I have never ever had an instinct to lash out at another person for what's going on in me. Ever. I don't. Like, that is the part that really gets me. Is this level of like, I'm unhappy, let's go after another person. My brain, I just can't, I cannot make sense of that. That will never ever make sense to me. That mentality. I really mean shit to wait, I say really mean shit to people who say mean shit to you. I don't know if you've noticed. Cinder catches me being spicy all the time. Good. I don't honestly like. I think my brain avoids those comments most of the time because it's just not helpful for anyone, and it just starts my brain going like, "Oh, am I broken inside?" So most of the time, I think I'm glazing over them. But once in a while, I catch one, and I'm just like, "I'm very sad for you." And here's the thing: like, I wasn't hugged as a kid, and I'm not out there being a fucking douchecock. So, mommy may have not hugged you, but it doesn't give you an excuse to be cruel. My lady love jokingly told me, quote, "Let me wash my face and I will have empathy." Oh,
Fuck, can we cheers to that? Hold on. Cheers!
I gotta go wash my face, then I can feel feelings. Be right back. If you just start crying, be like, "Hold on, I need my eyeliner." I'm better. Wow. Good morning, reasonable. How are you, love? Oh God. I do wonder if having dyed hair has some correlation with being self-assured and outgoing and unwilling to put up with their shit, which they interpret as being crazy. Like how musicians who want to do that with their own thing and not be controlled by by getting labeled difficult to work with. I think about it a lot because it seriously has happened to me like my whole life. Random strangers out of nowhere love to approach me, especially really old crispy white men for some reason, and just say very bizarre things, commenting on my appearance for some reason. And I think this is again just my because I think about this a lot because I've never like I just don't understand where this instinct or like inclination comes from. But what I think it is I take it like again, just my personal opinion because I think about it too much. I take it to like animals. And if there's a herd of elk and there's an albino elk in the herd, they stand out and they're more likely to attract a hunter that's going to eat them because they're easy to spot. And I feel like maybe humans have some sort of lingering animalistic tendency to reject people who don't blend into the crowd because it's danger. Like if you blend in, you're not a target, you're a herd animal. But I don't know. I don't know what it is in my brain. I've never thought like I should blend into the crowd so I'm not eaten by a fucking whatever. I think honestly, you know what it is? Without blue hair, without tattoos, everything, I stick out no matter what. So I think for my whole life, like I grew to 6 foot by the time I was in fifth, sixth grade. I've always been standout, so I just never got a chance to blend in. So it's not an instinct of mine to be like, oh, blue hair won't match the world. I'm just like, blue's pretty. I like blue. I'm gonna do blue. I think. I don't know though, because it's just very bizarre. The only reason I would ever approach someone in real life is to compliment them because I like something they're wearing. In 25 years, I still see you with the blue hair and eyeliner. I will, 100%. I mean, honestly, at this point, blue hair just feels like my hair. I wish I could get it to grow in. Like, it just feels like mine. Like, this looks weird. The dark brown black, it kind of makes me, like, it doesn't feel right. I'm the most white suburban dad looking MFer, and I'm absolutely unstable.
Masking, bitches. We've had years of practice.
I am the darkness. I mean, seriously, like, Mr. We Are the Weirdos is it's quintessential. Seriously, it hits hard. Hold on, Bobo said something up here I wanted to read about, you didn't know about drag until you were an adult, right? That's what chat did the fucking reload thing and I missed it. But same, like when they started just recently, when fucking people decided to go after not trans, well, they're going after trans people too, but going after drag queens and like trying to make drag shows illegal so that they can go after trans people, et cetera, et cetera. That was my first thought. I was like, I've loved titties since I was like 10 years old. I mean, that's the first time I think I remember being like, I want to suck on that. And I didn't see a drag show until literally like a year and a half ago in Montana. That was my first drag show of my life. I don't see the correlation. Or the causation. Or literally anything. Know what I'm saying? Propaganda off. Never lose hope. Be persistent and stubborn. Never give up. There are many instances in history where apparent losers suddenly turn out to be winners unexpectedly, so you should never conclude all hope is lost. Amen.
And cheers. I forgot cheers. We're cheersing to Revolticons lady and that.
Where's my grind? There it is. Spike's a hell of a motivator. You gonna let Mitch McConnell outlive you? Ugh. You're not wrong. When I get low like that, I turn to music. So do I, Kendo. I've talked about that before. I don't know what it is about my brain, but music can rewrite my mood for the day. If I wake up feeling just kind of like, irritable, a little shitty, kind of, those days where you just can't stop running into stuff and dropping stuff and you're like, what is wrong? Put on some chill music and just like close my eyes for a minute and I can feel my entire self get lifted. Music is powerful, man. I truly believe in the power of music. Shit, people give me a load of shit over me dyeing my beard. No grays. I just don't like the natural color. So damned if I do, dude, people can fuck off. Like, I don't understand why people, like, unless you asked, how does this look? What is your opinion? Why do they feel the need to give? I mean, Vyata hard. I mean, that's how it is in the heat. That's how it's become, definitely. I'm trying to think of where it came from originally, like the instinct of it. But you're not wrong. I mean, I have never had a crispy old lady come up to me and be mean or say absurd things. I have, however, had some crunchy old ladies come up and tell me how beautiful I am and that they wish they had done something cool with their hair when they were younger and they could, etc., etc. However, crispy old white men love to come at me and ask if I'm eating children or something. Get a life! Seriously, I got nothing for that. I try, Molly. I only make a comment if I'm asked for it first. Exactly, right? Yes. Yes. I can blend if needed. I choose not to. I like having the ability and the balls to walk up to someone and strike up a conversation. I mean, honestly, I think that's a good quality to have. You have people skills. You know, you're not being confrontational. You're just okay with communicating with another human. Dude, Revolgathon, right? Like, instead of banning drag queens, can we just make a movement where drag queens come into Instagram and teach all these bitches how to actually do their makeup so they can stop pretending? Like, all this Instagram plaster makeup is literally just mimicry of, it's shitty mimicry of drag. Like, fuck, dude. Give credit where credit's due. The queen's got it. Stop trying. If there was any correlation to the UK would be a lot grayer. Pantomime for Kids at Xmas, which involves men basically in drag, is a huge tradition here. I love that. They just make me jelly. Just like I'm sure that's why they are like we have to ban them. I'm not confident in my sexuality. I need to lash out. No, 100%. Like we talked about this in stream. I'm sure a lot of you were here. But when I think it was Florida tried to do it first. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Glut. But people started moving against drag queens recently in the past couple years and saying like trying to make drag shows illegal. And I fuck you not. We did this conglomerately as a chat. We realized that what they're doing by trying to make drag queens illegal is they're making it so any person can look at another person and say, I don't think you're dressing to the gender I think you should, therefore I'm going to call the cops, and you can literally be arrested. It's an attack on trans people. It's the most disgusting, dark, underhanded attack on the trans community and drag queens. But like, that's what it is. It's fucking disgusting. Foul. They should fucking feel bad. Where the kids BB, you eating at? Toby. How do you think I stay so young? It's probably from Catholicism. Deny earthly pleasures for pleasure in heaven, except also give us your money and don't ask what we do with it, right? And your son. And don't ask what we do with that either. Cheers. Sorry, I loaded a bowl. Oh, God, do I have a lighter? Yes, I do. Lord. Good morning, Sal. How are you, love? We went to one of those family vacation places in the late 80s. Oh, God. Ooh, my mouse did a scroll. In the late 80s in the New York Catskills, think horseback riding, fishing, relay races, talent shows. Oh, and The Last Dad, our boomer dads participated in a drag show. I love that. That's beautiful. Was it amazing? Was it super fucking fun? You went to summer camp? I never got to go to summer camp. Cheers. It isn't just Florida. Okay, I thought it like got started there, but who knows? Oh my God, did it forget your headphones again, Viata? Windows 11 likes to literally actively forget that Viata has headphones while she's currently using them while they're on her head. It's a great time. I laugh at your misery because I experience it every day and it's camaraderie. I'm so sorry. There's a use for AI I'll endorse. Make a portrait of every right wing shit gaboon as a drag queen and post them endlessly. I mean, what didn't they do that? God Save the Queen. Wasn't that something like that? There was a video a while about the science of cringe that might be something similar. People projecting their own insecurities on others and getting angry when they don't conform. Yeah. I mean, it's like a combination of that and then what Viata said, it's about control, right? If you can convince an entire group, a demographic of people that their opinion of that demographic, like, denotes the worth of that group, like if that group can get convinced of that, you have control. Immediate. And women, unfortunately. Dude, Loki, what's up? Why can't you hit like you just, like, do you cough? I compared to the Spanish Inquisition religious extremists, very much so. I mean, that never went away, yeah. It just went under a different guise, you know? You don't look up to my standards. Is this mental illness? Vibrant color? Danger, right? Everybody loves colorful flowers, but the moment a human being tries to be colorful, we're like a gay crime. I'm sorry that I don't want to buy into your beige mom bullshit. I don't need a cum colored life. I'm good. You keep it for yourself. I'll stick to my fun colors. Do rainbow crimes. Amen. Mm, lung capacity. Yep. You know, I like to prevent coughing and shit like that because, I do think about my lungs a lot. I tend to, when I take a hit like that, I like leave the corners of my mouth open. So I'm actually like sucking in air, room air as well to kind of dilute the smoke down so I don't cough as bad, and it's not as hot. Something like that might help a little bit. Frats love making pledges, wear drag too. Isn't that like, aren't they, how do I put that? Like when frats do that shit, they're doing it like in a negative light, right? Like I'm all about people respectfully doing drag, but if it's a way to shame a group of boys by making them dress like girls and calling it drag, like aren't you kind of like knocking down I'm seriously asking, are we knocking down on drag queens because it feels like it? Like if you want to join our club, you have to be a drag like you mean get to? Like you get to be beautiful? I don't get it. What up, Japita? How are you, love? Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Probably like 99% of the time it's to shame, right? That's what hazing is, I think. I mean, it's illegal. It shouldn't even happen anymore, but I mean, that's the gist of hazing, right? Yeah, it's like hazing two groups of people. One's not even there to fight back. Yeah, frats are. I mean, I think the Greek system should be eliminated. I don't understand the point. I've never seen anything positive come out of the Greek system ever. It's like kids dying and drinking themselves to death. I don't get it. Why is it still a thing? I didn't go to a school with a Greek system, so I have no idea what that's even like. It seems terrible from the outside in. I actually, one of my best friends from high school joined a sorority. Excuse me, a sorority when she went to college, and she left 6 months, like halfway through the year. She was like, "I don't want to do that." She hated it. She hated it. It was culty, and it didn't even have. There was no hazing at all. It was just like a girls' sorority of, I think, teachers, like other girls doing the same things because she was going to school to be a teacher, and she fucking hated it. I have no experience, but they don't. I mean, like, I don't know what they're claiming they're doing with this hazing shit, like, if you're supposed to be preparing us for real life, but I've never had a job that required me to fuck a sheep. I don't know where you're going with your jobs these days. But, like, would you want someone living in the room next to you who would willingly fuck a sheep just to do so? Not to mention animals can't consent, you R word. Yeah. It's like the military, break them down to build them back up. Oh my god, is that literally what it is? Step teams are cool, but I didn't know if that is that like a fraternity kind of thing? Dude, a drumline or a step team gets me any fucking day. I like all those dance movies in the early 2000s. Oh, yes. Love them. I love them so much. There's so much talent. Frats and sororities are white privilege training.
Fucking gross. I don't like that.
Yeah, they seem to cause more harm. I've never seen. I mean, have you ever heard of someone crediting their sorority or fraternity for all the good they do in the world? Ever? Like, that's what I was led to believe. The point of them is to, like, have a community in college so you're not, like, lost in the masses, but also it's like you get a step up in the career world because people look at you and be like, "Oh my god, you were part of Beta Fucka Dicka. We'll make you a CEO or something because we also love Beta Fucka Dicka," or whatever, right? Something like that, but, like, I don't see how that's even a thing anymore. I don't know. There's less hazing in the military than frat houses, sorority houses. I'd believe that. It's gross, though. Hazing, I mean, no. I couldn't, I mean, I've talked about this before, and this is why I'm very, very, thank you for your service. Anyone who has been in the military, is active, etc. Please, thank you so much. I know for a fact my personality would not work out in the military. I would get kicked out so fast. No fucking way. The moment someone tells me I have to do something, every core instinct of mine is to not do that thing, including a fight. I've thrown fists. I try not to. It's not my thing. I'm very grateful for those of you that can. Because fuck, dude. Seriously. It's like nepotism. Yeah, it's like nepotism. I think that's how that was like the theory of them. The rationale is I had to fuck a sheep, so now you have to fuck a sheep. That's disgusting. That's that rationale of like, I heard so many people say that when, the government was toying with us and the idea of forgiving student loans. I had to pay him, so you have to pay him. What has gone wrong with us that we have, like, the government should fear us, but they don't fear us because we all are against each other. They have us at each other's throats 24/7 over stupid shit like that. What the fuck is going on? That I suffered, so you should too? What? No! I don't wish the first 10 years out of college that I had on literally any person. Ever. 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 Mm-mm. No. Fuck that shit. The only sorority that got some props is the one Elle Woods was in. That was a perfect sorority. They were the sweetest people. They were so supportive. I've seen the movie Drumline 15 times because whenever it was on basic cable, I would stop and watch the whole thing. That and Save the Last Dance. For me. Yeah. And Bring It On, but that's not, I mean, would we even consider that? I mean, sure. I said! Brr! It's cold in here. I could do the whole thing and the routine. It's disgusting. But we won't do that today. Hiring based on sorority fraternity was a thing in the 2000s. I've seen it firsthand. No shit. Do you know if it's still a thing today? If it's even relevant? Because from the outside in, it just comes off that sororities and fraternities are just a binge drinking massacre. I mean, so many kids have literally died in these situations from binge drinking. It's disgusting. Nepotism is totally still a thing. A lot of things can be who you know, not what you know. I feel like that's just to the detriment of these fucking companies, and I don't know how they don't see that. Same, Kona. I try not to be. It's literally just a core personality trait I cannot fucking get past, and so I'm exceedingly thankful for those that can. The logic is I got hit by a train, everyone else should. That's fucking stupid. In Soviet Russia, sheep fuck you. I had to get fucked by sheep, so you must get fucked by sheep. Yes, same sheep. It's fucked up mentality, exactly. The camel's back would break on the first day. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'd get beat up. Like, I know I would. And that's not for trying. Like, I'm not flexing on that. I have a bad personality trait that literally is a hindrance to my life. And I'm very thankful for people that can get past that. My dad and your dad were friends, and they know some things about each other, so it's not blackmail, but it's a little black. That's gross. I just feel like that's bad for the company. What happened to the woman from Save the Last Dance? Julia Stiles? The last thing I saw her in was Silver Linings Playbook. I love her. Like, I love Julia Stiles. But yeah, she was in a full season of Dexter, and then I saw her in Silver Linings Playbook, but I haven't seen her in anything since. I don't know, I think she's just kind of having a family. But I loved her. The fucked up shit is those same people that demand you to suffer the way they did are also the people that say shit like, well, if all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you too? Uh-huh. And you just gotta wonder, like, do you think when you talk? On LSU, you can't even have alcohol on Greek Row anymore because of the drinking problems. Good. I mean, seriously, just smoke some pot, eat some chips, watch a movie. Like, if it's, I mean, I can't remember a time in my life that I wasn't hearing in the news or something about some horrible incident happening at a fraternity or a sorority. Like, fucking Christ, good. It's sad. I think people should be trusted to, imbibe in moderation. But if you can't be trusted, you got to have that shit taken away. Sorry. Like, you're not safe. You're going to die. Like, fuck. It's not okay. There was a forward-thinking company that decided they did not want any employees to live below the poverty level, so they sent a memo saying anyone making less than 60K now makes 60K. Awesome, right? Nope. Employees who made around 60K were already pissed because they didn't get a raise. I don't. That's so. I wonder what that feels like to all the people that, finally got a living wage. I wonder how that felt. Like, the elation of, "Oh my god, I can pay my bills and not starve to death and maybe buy my kids some socks," mixed with, "My coworkers hate me now for making a fucking living wage," that literally what they're saying by, "We didn't get a raise," is, "You don't deserve to be on the same level as us. You don't deserve to make the same amount as us. We're better than you." And now it doesn't show we're better than you and we're pissed about it, and that's sad. Like, grow up. Fuck, dude. That's sad. That's just a really sad mentality. I pity those people, honestly. Potato y vodka. Oh, she was on SNL? Good! Wait, the dance from, like, Save the Last Dance? Nuh-uh! Oh, that makes me really like, the ballerina dance? Oh, about Julie Stiles from 2012-2014, she appeared as the titular character on the web series Blue, never saw that, for which she earned 2 IAW TV awards for Best Actress. From 2017-2020, she starred as Georgina Ryland on the Sky Atlantic series Riviera. Wow, fuck. She currently stars in the Amazon series The Lake. Good for her. She's off my fucking radar. I loved her as a kid, man. I mean, I still do. Julia Stiles is great. She did a really good job, by the way, playing an insufferable wife in Silver Linings Playbook. You should watch it. I almost pledged 3 times back in 1990. I'd just walk into a frat party, someone would ask me if I had pledged yet, and I'd go, not yet, and then I'd get showered with gifts. Then I'd go to another one the next night. And that's how you work the fucking system. That's glorious. I mean, I don't know. I didn't go to college with the assumption I was going there to make, like, friends or anything. I was so fully aware of how expensive it was every quarter already. I was like, "All right, I'm at college for a purpose. I'm gonna get my fucking education and get the fuck out." And, of course, I'm sure a lot of us were fed the, "Oh, yeah, it takes about 4 years to get a degree." Ha! 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 In the United States of America, on average, it takes 7 years to get a 4-year degree, FYI. That was fun. Okay, I'm just moving over the links you guys gave me. I gotta pee and we need to take a break, but then I'm gonna try to play them. Only went for 1 year, then I became a working stiff. Been one since. Honestly, if I could go back, I would have done a tech degree. Seriously, I would have done a technical degree of some kind. I get where they're coming from in terms of, like, this is why the GREs, or the general education requirements, GERs, whatever the fuck they want to call them. So when you go to college, there's X amount of credits you have to take that are just fucking bullshit classes that have nothing to do with your major or your future career at all. And their reasoning is, we want to broaden your mind, we want to expose you. But I calculated it. I spent $37,000 on Greek mythology, cinema, some theology class. My degree was in chemistry, and I went on to work in medicine. Like, I get fucking ill thinking about the amount of money I shelled out because the college deemed I needed to be exposed to these classes. And then on top of that, so, like, if you are on financial aid, you have to tell financial aid what degree you're doing. And if you take a class 1 quarter that doesn't go towards your degree, financial aid drops your ass immediately. So you're constantly fighting between financial aid. The college says I have to do this. No. But I have to or else I can't graduate. Well, please let me. No. Oh, fuck. Universities are a scam. I'm just bitter, but that's my opinion. Taco! Motherfucking Taco Existential and friends. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. It's wonderful to see all of you. I hope you're doing fucking well today. I was just bitching about the cost of college. How are you? Welcome, Raiders. My name's Katie. It's wonderful to see you. We woke up on a spicy note today. I hope you're doing well. My dad told me there was no money in computers. My mom told me computers would make me shoot up a school or something. I don't say that lightly. She really thinks games are what causes shootings, and I'm like, okay. I don't know what to do for you! I don't like guns. I don't know how this is even correlated. Like, forced to take a speech class. Now I don't want to deal with homework again. Oh, yeah. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Welcome, Raiders. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you for raiding today. I hope you're doing well, Taco. Taco, stand up and stretch your legs and get some fucking water, bro. You know! Get the code in my code, damn veins! Me sitting here working on my tech resume. Dude, giant scam. All I got from grad school was a worse anxiety disorder. I'm not kidding you, Kinger. I truly think I like a lot of my this was, I don't know another word for it, but you know how like throughout your life you can have some gene variance that just expresses itself when you're like 72 for some reason. I think the level of cortisol released in my body and the sheer like panic level of anxiety that I had 24/7, 365 while in college expressed a gene abnormality that made me who I am. Like I do not remember having pointless like sweaty panic attacks before college. And then college just made me a bitter fucking hoe. Super bitter hoe. Fight tooth and nail to get a class paid for despite it being required for your degree. Yeah. And that's why it takes so long to get your fucking degree, because half the time you're dropped because of financial aid or something. It's disgusting. You know what's weird though? From what I understand about a master's degree, you don't actually go to class anymore. And this is, again, I think school is a scam. I think universities are a scam. Personal opinion. But a master's degree, from what I understand from all my friends that did one, you literally just go work as a TA for free. And like after 2 years, the professor like may or may not have you write a paper and then just deems whether or not you're worthy of said degree. Like sometimes you'll get to TA a lab, but that's you basically just go work for free for like 2 years. It's like clinicals in a medical standpoint, but you end up with another degree coming out of it, I guess. I don't know if that's probably very specialized to certain degrees, whatever, but it would like they didn't have a class schedule. They did not have classes. They taught them for free. They didn't have any classes at all. So I don't know what homework you'd get, but like maybe. Funny enough, the speech I gave in said class was about how violence stemming from video games is bullshit. They've proven that so many times over. Like anybody that says that and truly stands by it these days is just ignoring facts. You know what video gamers like to do? Stay at home away from other people and play video games. Do you want to know what I do when I'm angry and stressed? I play video games. I've We're shut-ins, man. What are you doing? What you talking about? You seeing gamers walking around Cabela's? Like what? I smoke pot and play games and paint, man. I got out of the military undiagnosed PTSD and went to school, a school that trained police officers and had a shooting range in the back of it. Your poor fucking heart rate. I almost had a panic attack thinking we had an AS while I was waiting for the bus. That's why I don't like guns. That's why I'm not into guns. I don't have guns. I grew up around guns. For those new to my channel or just swinging by, I grew up on like a mini farm in Redneckville, nowhere's town where just like guns are so prevalent that students come to school in the morning with their rifle in the back of their truck and what they shot that morning, and our shop teacher would teach you how to clean the deer and your gun. But like, I cannot, that crack, that sudden loud sound, your adrenaline spikes. And I think a lot of people that are into guns, they like that spike, but you go down again and then you shoot again and you go, I can't stop going up. One of those, that crack sound, and I'm just like, anxiety town. I just start going, like my heart rate won't stop. I can't get out of it. I don't know. It's so startling for some reason. And I grew up around them, man. I should be used to it, but I can't. It sucks. I buy it. I started to dread critique so much. I started failing to complete anything. I kept trying and making debt until they refused to approve my thesis. After that, I left. Fuck that shit. That's such bullshit. Bezabelli! How are you, love? Good morning. I think it's high time we separate schooling from education because they aren't the same thing anymore. They're not, 100%. Education is almost independent at this point. Good morning, Boywell. I hope you're doing well. I just want it to be, I want it so you don't have to work to survive, so then people can actually figure out what they really want to do and enjoy. Imagine. Can you imagine if you were, like, given time to find something you love as opposed to just panic mode the moment you turn 16? Like, I better find a career path before I'm fucked. Like, imagine. Like, You know what the world would be like? Also, I did something new to my computer, hopefully blocking all autoplay. So this is today's the experiment. Imagine if they gave kids time to survive and yet like find something passionate they love. A modern fishing game. I haven't played a game that's just fishing. However, if there is fishing in a game, I will do it a lot. I love me some chill ass fishing in a game. Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, video games cause violence in the same way Pokemon's satanic. Yep. D&D, dude, I play video games and D&D. Oh my god, and I have a pentagram. It's happening!
Hail Satan! Oh my god. Oh. Oh.
We're done for now, kids. Vocational schools, that's what I was saying, trouble. I wish I would have done a technical degree as opposed to go and put myself in existential debt and destroy my brain, mind, and sense of self-worth trying to get a 9-year degree that pays below the poverty line every year. And they wonder why we're not buying houses. Oh, because, I pay $2,000 a month on my student loans. So, would you like to do that? Then I could probably buy a house. Please help. So we'll do this before break. I was gonna take a break, but y'all inspired me, and I know Taco fucking loves this guy. So if you're new to my channel or just swinging by, welcome. My name's Katie. I do whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want to do it. However, normally, usually, whatever, we spend the first couple hours of the day like watching music, getting high, and just hanging out. And there is this wonderful human being on YouTube. His name is El Estepario Siberiano, and we colloquially, you know what? We like to call him the drum god. Because I just cannot get my brain around how this person functions. And he just dropped a new video. But what Bobo was saying, I truly think the world would be full of a lot more people like this if we gave people a chance to figure out things they love. Like find something you love as opposed to like find something that pays well. This man, I mean, he tells the story. He was like 4 years old, picked up a pair of drumsticks, and that was his life. And I wish I would have been exposed to things like that as a kid, as opposed to being just hardwired to be academically gifted. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I have yet to use algebra, but it'd be real cool to be able to play drums like this song a million times. I could not begin the gift and curse of being a karaoke DJ for years. That's, I think, what happened. He knows so many of this old school, like, rap and shit that I love, that I don't know by heart at all. At all. It's so impressive to me. I love that shit. Pedals with my heels instead of my toes and then shake them like like restless leg syndrome. That's kind of how I think I would have to do it too. Dude, Runnin's such a good song. This is just all I did was put in Missy Elliott onto Spotify. It's Missy Elliott Radio. It's been pretty fucking dank though. Man, I mean, you just got to go back to the classics sometimes, you know? Hydrate. Good morning, Genova love. How are you? There was water in the lid and now it's on my leg. Brr. You know what I've heard from delivery drivers and shit might that DoorDash doesn't treat their drivers well either. So the drivers that stick with them tend to be okay with that. If you catch what I'm tossing at you. Much like Peter Criss and God of Thunder. Who's Peter Criss? Why do I know that name? Decent brain chemicals for the first time in weeks. Whoa. Woke up on time, proper breakfast and shower. Today might be good. Oh my god. Fingers, dicks crossed. Okay, they're crossed. I did it. Hands free. Oh, that's why I know the name. That's why I know the name. Yeah, Star Child. I've never really listened to Kiss. Like, not on I don't know. Like, if they come on, I know their songs, but I've never really listened to them. Also, if you remember yesterday, I completely spaced at the end of stream because it got dark so fast. I needed to get my dogs outside. We forgot to like clean out the bong that we poured the Grandmaster smoke in, so I got an all night clean, got an all night soak. But check that shit. She's like, aside from my fingerprints, she looks new. That was a very dirty bong yesterday, and we gave her a nice Grandmaster, and I just rinsed it with water. That's it. Grandmaster's pretty sick. It works, is what I'm saying. I know. And it's, again, not caustic at all. Like, that's the best part. You don't have to worry about your plumbing. Yes, oh my god. These are actually, I've seen this bong in various colorways all over the United States of America. Like, every bong shop has a couple of these that look like this, but it's like honeycombs and then it's, bees. And it's like drippy. This is my second one. Honestly, this is the only part that's broken. I need to replace that. But it's a good backup. Oh, that's Paul Stanley's Star Child. Who's the drummer? Is that Cat? The Cat? No. Again, I don't know anything about Kiss. I know that the lead singer is kind of a trash human. I know more about him being a trash human than anything else about Kiss, sadly. That is the Cat. Oh shit, I did it. I actually heard recently that Kiss is on their last tour ever, and they are giving over the rights to their likeness to create AI tours so that they will tour forever as AI. So, there's that. To each their own, I guess. I don't really like AI, but that's not me. Yes to the Cat and Gene Simmons being kind of trashy. He's kind of trashy, right? Like, he kind of openly loves to brag about how he's fucked like thousands of women or something. Rod, did you just have a stroke? It's literally eternally monetize us, yeah. AI should be less problematic than real people. That's true. I mean, I've never really thought about it that way, but like, theoretically, AI can't go out there and SA people. Maybe we should. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Sometimes I catch myself. Oh man. All right, let's move. We have a couple videos and then we're going to jump back into Alan Wake. I'm excited. Alan Wake was fun yesterday. That game is really good. NoFX is on their last tour and it kind of made me sad when I didn't think it would be. I mean, that is kind of weird. That is sad. Though, I've like I don't know. Nine Inch Nails has claimed to be on their last tour 3 times now, and then they do it again, so like who knows if they'll really, like, I feel like a lot of people get tired and burn out and then they want to quit and then they're like, "Wait, I miss what I love doing, which is music." So, I don't know though. I don't know. What is this? Stinger? I have no idea what this is. Before I was trying to peel it up over here. I was like, "Fuck, I know the atomic weight of it." It literally like 7 Up was lithium and then that's why it was called 7 Up. I thought that was super interesting. I mean, I think all soda, like Coke had Coke in it, right? And there was some sodas that had other drugs like meth or something in them. Like most sodas started out as medicinal items that had drugs, but I didn't know 7 Up, that's where it got its name from. I've never been a big clear soda drinker, really, so I didn't know. I'd never really thought about it, but I thought, I mean, that's interesting, right? What the fuck? Guys, I question your search history all the time. What? What is that? What is that? What is this? Moisturize me. That's the only thing coming to mind. Motherfucking moisturize me. Right? Anyone else getting them feelings? Oh. I don't know what to do right now. Huh. Where do we go from here? Um, why? 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 I all, you know, I just I have a lot of questions all the time, and this is one that I don't know if I want an answer to be honest. I'm very what who did that? Who did that? I saved something I wanted to show you guys before we jump in the game. It should cleanse us from What the fuck was that? Good morning, Donna. What was that? Can you brain bleach doesn't work? I'm gonna do my best. Uh, no. Why are you like this? I'm trying to pull it up and it's just not. Just give me a second. I'll get there. Where the fuck? It's gonna breach our. Well, I'm gonna do our best to bleach our brains. I'm doing my best. Don't. You know what? I'm doing my best. Why? Okay. Did I get it? Did I fuck? Okay. It's nothing. It's just the shortest clip ever. But you remember the other day we were like talking about beautiful deep singers and what's the band Pentatonics, and I was like, man, I hate that I haven't really enjoyed their band since Avi left. I don't know why I'd never done this previously, but I went and hunted down Avi's Instagram and followed it, and he posted this, and it's just like, wow. Of course, the tab crashes immediately. Really, I hate my life. Please don't fuck with me this way today, internet. I just can't handle you. No, stop. It's like a 3-second clip of just a bunch of beautiful voices singing in some nice acoustics, but it includes Avi, and I thought you'd enjoy feel in like 30-degree weather, but Jesus Christ. Lower lashes aren't icy. I'm assuming they poured some liquid on himself with his eyes closed. You think? I've seen runners that get this kind of shit. I don't know. Maybe it's because you have a lot of vasculature here and it's warmer. I don't know. I mean, same question. Why don't your eyes freeze? I've never seen someone that I've seen pictures of people with like icicles and shit on their face from cold runs, but they never have frozen eyes, and I always wonder. But I don't know. LZT says it's legit, and he's like, I mean, he's Swedish, so cynical, skeptical, all the things. Doesn't buy into it. You know, he'd tell me off if that was not realistic, is what I'm saying. So we're gonna go by LZT's word today. I've known him for like 7 years. He wouldn't lie to me, right?
Right. Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah. I had my eyelashes freeze nose icicles like this, and I've seen pictures like on the running subreddits of runners in Canada and other really cold places, and when they get home from the run, they actually have icicles on their eyelashes and their hair and everything. But I don't think it's from tears. I think it's like air, like moisture that's in the air accumulating. You know, I don't think it's like from the body moisture because we're too salty. I think. Yeah, like residual body heat and steam. After you've frozen completely, all I can think of is maybe because your eyes are in your skull, they're hot. It's gross to think about. Gross to think about. Gross to think about. Gross. Donna, it's actually my stream team. I don't know. I've been on a couple stream teams and I don't know. Not they're just there. It's like basically an accumulation of my friends just chilling. That's it. Vapor from breathing, talking, yeah, like that. I would think. Because tears are salty. I don't know if tears can freeze because salt can't. I don't know. I mean, y- I don't think it's the tears, but that's what happens when you think, you know? Oh, yeah, ages ago, honestly, because I had been invited to so many and I'd been a part of a lot of stream teams. And like, each time I was on one, it always ended up kind of being like, kind of felt a little scammy of a situation. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make one for people that just want nothing from it. And not to be, like one person would create a stream team with a whole bunch of other people and somehow start manipulating all those other people to raid into that one person all the time with the hopes that they'll grow big and then they can help everybody else grow big. Kind of situations like that where you just sit there and you're like, do you hear what's coming out of your mouth? Do you hear it, right? They don't. It can't. No, that's why it's so fucking dry. It's really dry in the wintertime because there's not that usual moisture in the air. Yeah, there's a whole science to it. I haven't studied that shit in a really, really long time, but there is a thing to it. I'm just moving you guys over so I can see chat while we play the game. For those just swinging by, or if you haven't been in, I am playing Alan Wake Numero Uno remastered for the first time ever, and it's really fucking good. That's all I got. Yesterday, for an update, for those who didn't get to say what we did yesterday, we how do I even explain it? We were running through the woods and we like drown and then woke up in, I guess, like some sort of mental recovery cabin with a bunch of nutballs in it. But then it started getting all weird, and things were floating, and our weapon was, of course, our fucking flashlight, and blah blah blah. And there was some doctor there and some creepy like bodyguard that stalked us for a while. But there's like secret messages on the walls that say don't trust the doctor or anyone in the dark. Which, like, sure. Um, I'm trying to think. Did anything else? Oh, like we had like some fucking I guess fever dreams about our wife. Like maybe she left us in a mental hospital, I guess maybe. But also we had like a fever dream where maybe we drowned her. Oh, I'm very confused. I don't know. And we're still collecting our manuscript. And there's someone named Tom involved. That's all I got. What up, Luna? How are you? What do you mean? Me too. Oh, Drakus, dude, I have lotion everywhere. Everywhere. Lotion and lip balm because I'm so fucking dry and I'm just chugging water. I pee like crazy. I want to put my chapstick on. There we go. Ow. I wondered if you were going to join Wick. Oh, would you kindly? Dude, it is weird, huh? Those are like all my friends. I think they formed it, honestly, like way back when I was a part of the ESO stream team. And then like stream teams exist, but they kind of faded to the side and people don't really do much with them anymore. But it is like all my favorite human beings. Oddly enough. I'm trying to think, did anything else happen yesterday in the game that was like notable? I don't think so. Cheers. So Luna says, according to some sources, tears are mostly water, another percent is salty because of the amount of salt that's already in the body and potassium. The only reason I assumed out of just ignorance that they were kind of salty is when you cry, I get like crusty salt on my face. Like tear salt on my face. Maybe I'm just a salty fucking bitch though. Berry nurse to Seagull, it's back to health, like a real berry or our berry. What happened to Barry? He just fucking left us, didn't he? I think he literally just abandoned us, if I remember correctly. Like, we ran through that entire goddamn labyrinth, chasing his fucking voice, and then he just left. I think. Huh. I don't. What are we playing? Alan. Wake and Bake. Cheers, Viata. I cheers with you. If you did. Yeah, I cheers. Cheers. I don't know if I said it, but cheers. Yeah, they're natural saline, and I think the saline part is because it's naturally antibacterial, right? Like it keeps your eyes all sanitary and shit. It's weird. Oh, David, let me grab it. I'll let it see if she'll buffer. He's not lost. He fucking left us. I mean, the sheer amount of running we did yesterday. Oh, and then does anyone remember Barry No Lips? Oh my God. I really hope someone clipped that from yesterday. We got some fantastic glitch. So you're like running through a labyrinth, to find Barry. When we finally get through the gate to find Barry, I fuck you not. His mouth was not in the camp. It was not there. He was just a wide open gaping hole in his face with no lips. It was not okay. Good old Barry No Lips. Fuck that shit. Barry, though. Poor Barry. He's going to get summoned to our stream again, that poor guy. Yeah, salty water is like a saline environment is super specific. Yeah. Barry's the best character in the game with the stupid fucking coat and goofy lines, but he left us. He ditched us like a cheap fucking whore. Good old Barry No Lips. He deserves no mouth. I'm going to take his mouth away. Honestly. I hate the internet. Game. I'm just going to ignore it. Game. Game-a-lamb-lamb. He's like Candyman or Bloody Mary. Barry No Lips. Well, how would you summon Barry No Lips? Flick your flashlight 3 times or something? It has to be Barry No Lips. Barry No Lips. Barry No Lips. Ah! Oh, and side note, you guys know when Zach like randomly flew by stream yesterday and was like, "Did you see my gift? You see my gift?" and then just ran away? I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. He went and he gifted me Last of Us. So I guess I can't casually mention playing a game on Twitter but I'm excited, honestly. It looks like such a fucking good game. And you guys know I could not rave enough about the show. Holy crap, it was so well done. Like, damn, dude. Fucking damn. Just casually on Twitter. I mean, I was just asking if I should. Like, basically when I asked that, it's not like, I know it's a very popular game that everybody fucking loves. It's like, does my community even want to see it again? Is more my general question. Have you seen 5,000 people play Last of Us already? And are you so saturated you'd rather choke on glass? Or like, that's the question. Fucker out there fucking gifting shit. That shows my Roman Empire? Dude. I think about that show on a weird level. Warn us ahead of time so we know not to show up with makeup on. Truth. Because A, it makes us less stable, right? We're unstable with eyeliner, but also the crying is going to be off the fucking hook. I know it will be because the show, I mean, I've told you guys, what is it, episode 2 or 3? Is it 3? What episode is it with Ron Swanson? Nick Offerman. I haven't cried like that since my grandmother passed away. It was the most visceral wailing. I mean, I had to fling my back. I flung myself back on my pillows and was doing like, ah, and just, I mean, I have not cried like that in so long. It was, and I just did it for the entire episode. It never stopped. But so, like, the saddest episode on TV ever that I love. I cherish it. Like, what a fuck, man. God damn. The strawberry episode. It gave me the worst shivers up and down my spine parts just now. Come on, Alan. Don't be a jerk. Just open. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Ugly cried. I'll watch you play anything, even if very popular, except for like Overwatch or something like that. I can't watch people play games because I don't know what the fuck's going on. Don't worry. I can very confidently say that barring, a charity incentive, been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, you don't have to worry about shield or daytime, I guess now. Um, Last night I made dinner and I made cookies, and every chocolate chip recipe I've ever read that's like, the best chocolate chips, whatever, says you need to rest the dough and let it freeze or whatever. And I usually chill it anyways because then it doesn't like blob. The cookies don't go really fast because I make really tiny cookies. Not tiny, but like 2-bite cookies. I like small cookies, whatever. Anyways, I like did the little balls, balled up the dough and put it on a cookie sheet and I put it outside, like because it's fucking cold, for 30 minutes, just thinking like they'll firm up just enough. They were rock solid. 30 minutes. Made the same mistake. I found out Monster freezes. Stuck one in the snow, thinking, oh yeah, like that'll get it cold a little bit faster. Go back an hour later. It didn't explode. Thank fuck. I went back before it exploded, but it definitely was frozen on the inside. So cold. Brr. Anyways, I need to grind up weed. That's what I was gonna do. My back and neck. Pussy crack. Nope, just back and neck. Owie. They still cooked. They just took longer. I had to put them in for like an additional 3 minutes because I didn't make adjustments for them being like frozen solid. But I mean, like, I had to like it off the cookie sheet and then did like a tink tink tink. Rocks. They were really good though. The cookies were. I've almost memorized how to make chocolate chip cookies. I've made them so many times and I'm kind of proud. Dude, honestly, Kuro, I every day, like, I feel like I'm annoying, but I keep telling, like, every day I'll say something like, make sure to drip your faucets or something, because this is the kind of cold weather that shit happens. It's kind of something that's a valid worry, not just because it's a catastrophe if it happens, but fuck how much it costs to get a plumber in there to find where a pipe burst. You know? Like, everything you can to avoid something like that. I don't think that's a dumb thing to worry about. I've been outside in the cold with my Monster or other pop. It turned into a slushy. That's exactly what mine was. Except it like had a right up against where you crack it open. There was like a solid chunk of ice. Yeah, same. Yep, Donna, that's what ours. It's like I think it's above zero. Finally, it's like in the teens, but the wind chill makes it so cold, and we still have a shit. I mean, all that snow stuck around. It's not warm enough to melt snow. There's a lot of that, and it's like powder. Fine. I mean, this kind of snow we got would be the ultimate snowboarding snow. It's just the finest, fluffiest. It blows around like dust or like sand, kind of. It rained all day and night yesterday up until the sun came up and the temperature dropped and everything froze. We were covered in a couple inches of snow 48 hours ago. Now almost no snow and just ice. Be safe. Ice is so much worse. Someone was talking about that yesterday. Like black ice is one of those things that's so scary because you can't even see it. It's so scary. If you want a chillish way to, or if you want a quickish, Katie, quickish way to chill a drink, one, get a paper towel. Two, wrap it around the beverage container. Three, sufficiently moisten. So like get it wet, but not like soaking, I'm assuming. Place it in freezer for 10 to 15 minutes. No shit. I'm gonna try that sometime. The snow was too much. Outside was too far. I'm gonna try that though. Because I don't, like, especially if I just want to have a Monster and it's unfortunately lukewarm because it was sitting out or something. I won't drink it. Like, it's got to be cold. Carbonated things, got to be cold. I'm gonna try that. That's 2 votes for it. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I got a little weed on my desk. Ouch. No shit. How have I never heard of this? Unless I'm drinking same tea or coffee. I'm like that. Like it's gotta be either hot or cold. Other than water, I don't know what the fuck I'm enjoying at room temperature. Yeah, I don't think anything. I ain't a lukewarm bitch. I can't do that. Tepid. Oh, terrible word, but so accurate. Yeah, that's it. And everyone is cringing to the beehole. Room temperature water has such a blah flavor. I know the reason, I mean, honestly, I stick with room temperature water. Cold water sometimes gives me a stomach ache. You have 13, I have 2. I don't think I have new strains, like nothing I haven't tried. I have Honey Hiker, which we've had before, and Alpha Runs, both great strains, but I think everybody's probably had something like these before. They're good. They're good go-tos. Bunch of 8s? Fuck yeah, dude. Ew. Greige is now a thing for that ugly mess that can't decide if it's gray or beige. Beige. I mean, the fact that there's even like a movement of beige moms like spray painting their kids' toys beige to match their aesthetic. I don't know what. I think it's like they want. I think it's like that kind of antiquated. Like if you had a very white house, it meant you were rich and wealthy or some shit. Thank you, Vissy. I was just gonna do the same. A White House. What the fuck is that? Scary, scary, scary. The thing with the helicopter keys bugged me a little, so I looked it up. It turns out the US military started requiring all of their helicopters to have keys after this incident in 1974 when a private in Maryland borrowed one of the Hellos in his base helicopters, hovered over the White House for a while, did a large circle being chased by police aircraft, and returned to land on the White House lawn where he was shot, only wounded, by Secret Service. To prove he was a good pilot, wow. Oh, people is a perfect, I don't know what else like to say. That people though. How did you personally think this was gonna go? People are huh. Grayish kind of is. You know, honestly, if I had to associate a color with the way the world makes me feel right now, it'd be something along the line of like a dirty chartreuse. Kind of makes my face do this. Just kind of sad that color exists. Yeah, watch me commit a crime and get shot to prove I'm good at flying is a statement, right? I there's so many words I just they threw him out of the pilot program and he was upset, so now helicopters have keys. It's always because of some dumbass, right? Be the change you want to see in the world, I guess, right? I stabbed myself in the eye. That was good though. No, you're right. That's one way to put it. Like okay. People, man. It's a statement, right? This one of those moments we were talking about earlier where it's like sometimes you wonder, like, I don't ever wish pain or harm on people, but sometimes it's gotta hurt for people to learn. Like, I don't want anyone getting shot. I hate guns. They're loud and scary. But what else would that dumb fuck go out and do? Common sense is so, I mean, it's such a misnomer, right? Common sense, what is that even? I know, same McTaggart there. I don't know if it says it anymore, but there was a period of time where if you bought a bottle of Dr. Pepper, Genova might know because Genova likes Dr. Pepper. If you bought a bottle, like a single, like a 16 ounce or whatever, it literally said may cause blindness along the top of the wrapper because someone shook up a bottle of Dr. Pepper and the cap blew off in their eye. I looked it up. Because why the fuck? It's made by a doctor. It should be good for my eyesight, right? Cheers. I think it's going to be a real big battle in the game, so I packed a big bowl of the Honey Hiker. Honey Hiker is a pretty common, at least it's common around here. I see it a lot. It says it's allegedly 24.99% THC and allegedly a sativa. by seed and strain. Who knows? Cheers. Thank fuck. Money by my, I don't know if it's all dispensaries. I go to one because it's really close to home. But it's a local like chain. There's like 5 different of this chain, Medicine Man. They're amazing. Around the Denver area. And in the last like year or two, they started carrying um the most inexpensive weed. It's crazy. Like I don't even know how to make sense of it, really. Like I mean I've talked about it before. It's kind of like alcohol at this point where you can spend, you know, up to $1,000 for an ounce, or you can spend $60 for an ounce. Like $60. You know what I'm saying? Which is insane. I mean, you can only buy an ounce at a time at a dispensary, at one dispensary. I know. I don't know what the reason is. Honestly, I think people were buying so much and getting fucked up because it was like 6 months after I moved here, they started actually stapling this huge sheet of information that was all about how not to overdo it. And I was like, again, very on topic. Someone must have fucked up. Someone went and got a little excited, I'm thinking, that got us that stapled on our bags for a while. It's incredible, yeah, and I mean, seriously, the weed is top notch. Like, it's no less or no better, and a lot of the time, it's the bigger you buy of one strain, the more cheap it's gonna be. So, like, if I was to buy a ton of 8s, it would have cost me probably, like, $250, but I just bought 2 14-gram bags, and it was, like, $54. It's sick, but it's just, like, you know, it's not they literally have strains nowadays, I'm not joking when I say this, that are touted as never been touched by any hands other than virgin lesbians. Gold star lesbian or something like that. I'm not kidding. That's real. They also have weed that's never been touched by human hands or something like that. And like that jacks the price up a lot. Whereas this is like, we grew some pot that will get you high. It's sanitary. It is what it is. You're welcome. And I grew up on that. Like, you know, we all grew up on like the dime bag. I'm just spoiled that I get to buy it. I don't need my weed to cost $1 billion to feel special. Amen, curmudgeon. I agree. Everybody does. I mean, I hope it gets federal soon. I agree, money, 100%. Sometimes just smaller buds. Honestly, I like the small buds. I love the tiny buds. They're so much easier to roll. I mean, to grind. Excuse me, roll. To grind. I like them. Like, it just takes the work out of this, getting the stems out. Seriously, don't tell them this. Like, people in the industry, shut your ears. I think this should be more expensive because all they've done is taken all the work out for me. I don't have to sit there and pick the stem out now. Where's the downside? Yeah, no sticks, no stems. I don't know. I mean, maybe small buds are worse or something. I don't think so though, because I love that. They're so much easier to grind. Exactly. It's like, oh my God, it's like when you want to buy, I don't know if they still do this because I haven't been to a grocery store in ages because we do HelloFresh. But when I used to go to the store and try to buy broccoli, and it sells by fucking weight, I was like, I actually watched a little old man one time take out his pocket knife and cut the whole stem of a broccoli off before putting it in a bag. And I was like, I wish I was brave like you, sir. Like, why am I paying for all of this? I finally found like recipes. I found ways to use the stem of broccoli because I was so upset about it and I love broccoli. But like, it was so crazy. What the fuck? Smaller buds just means someone really trimmed them nice when harvesting. It's more labor intensive, but definitely more user friendly. Exactly. So shouldn't it cost more? It's cheaper. Like do I still have a bud in here? If I buy bud where it's one big bud, it's always more expensive. It's like the designer weed, you know, where it's actually still got a big old fucking stem in it. Good morning, Eliza. That's what I was like, but I like them. Small buds are cheaper here too. There you go. Eliza says the same. That's Jersey. I'm happy about it. Let's not tell them. See, ours isn't. I was just showing them. This is the weed I got. I got an ounce. for like 54 bucks, some like 60 something after tax. But these are the size. It's not shake though. Like they're very beautiful, like individual, clean little not shattered. I mean, they're so beautiful and just so easy to grind. I mean, they've removed all the work of getting the sticks out. But it's so cheap. I mean, it's great. It's good weed. It's like booze, man. You pay what you want to pay, I think. Same type of work, usually, yeah. I prefer them. The industry has a size complex, and pushes bigger is better. Really? I wonder if that's just what people think good weed should look like, is like a fat Christmas tree. Like maybe people that weren't into the not so legal area back in the day. That's what I thought. I thought it was basically leftovers from trim that's not the big Christmas trees that like look, aesthetic. It's aesthetic versus function, right? It's Starbucks versus 7-Eleven. Yeah, I kind of get that. They're more photogenic, right? Yeah, I kind of understand. I understand. I read somewhere that a woman was going to the grocery store cutting the heads of the broccoli and just paying for that. I'm not kidding you, Eric, and I just told a story about how I watched a little old man do that one time. He pulled his little pocket knife out and he was like, threw the stem back in the pile and put the head in the bag. And I was like, go you. I don't have that courage yet, nor do I have the excuse of being cute and old. But someday, you do that. Because that's great. Because it is. I mean, the stem is the vast majority of the weight. That's what you're paying for. And most people just throw the stem away. Oh, no. I've never heard the term popcorn bud, but I really like that. But that's basically what they are. It's like clean shake, I guess. I'll pour some out of my hand and show you what I mean, just in case you can't see them through that little window. But there's so much user. I mean, like even when you get the big aesthetic buds, and you're like picking them apart to get the sticks out, I feel like a lot of all the gooey good is getting on your fingernails, sticking to your hands, falling all over. Like this is all done by professions, man. Do you call them popcorn buds? I've never heard the term. Big buds also tend to indicate a healthier plant and more terps. Interesting. Isn't this just the product of the big Christmas trees broken down, though? They're bite sized. I love that. That's actually good. That's a really good terminology for them. Yeah. They're little popcorn. Yeah, they are kind of little pop. I mean, this is smaller than any popcorn I've ever enjoyed in my life. Like maybe this guy is like, a tight popcorn. But they're just perfect. No sticks, no nothing. And they're just solid. Nugs. They're called popcorn buds in the industry. There you go. It's just me. It's just me. When I worked produce, we had dudes like that, and the ones would just graze the olive bar. That's actually kind of amazing. Just watch. Did they have their own special little fork? That's kind of amazing. That's precious. Honestly, when I'm old, when I like look visually like maybe I can get away with dementia or something, if I don't have it by then, I'm gonna try. I sharpen wooden chopsticks so I can just like a little stab, like a giant toothpick. My plants made big buds, which makes me proud. I didn't know that meant a healthier plant. But I was just thinking, my bud that's curing right now, they're big Christmas trees. I mean, they are aesthetically really pretty. To me, small buds are just the ugly fruit of the grocery store. Same thing, just maybe ugly. I never thought they were ugly. Whenever I see small buds, I get stoked because I know I don't. I'm so lazy. At the end of the day, I'm just lazy. I don't want to like when I have to grind weed. I'm already like, fuck, I gotta grind weed. you know. So like, they've removed a step. I can just like shake it in the grinder and give it a little. Meh. Lazy Katie is lazy. Shall we battle? I really like the tinier ones. They give me I think they're prettier too because they're like compact, but maybe that's not I mean, prettier doesn't mean good quality. It's just like aesthetically for some reason my mind's like that's pretty and I like the little ones. Jesus fucking Christ, Barry, the sheer amount of times we've said your name in the game. We're like, I think, at some epic battle right now. I'm very excited. We're about to jump in.
Hail Satan and squish your cats, everybody.
I've noticed small buds don't always get the care the big ones do. They'll sometimes still leave leaves on them and such. Isn't that, like, raise the risk of 'em molding or something? And you don't wanna smoke the leaves and sticks, right? I've read that I know sticks and stems can give you migraines, but I think the leaves can do the same, right? Do you leave the leaves on purpose? What do you mean? On the buds? Oh, doesn't raise the risk, you can totally smoke them. Oh, okay. They just have very little THC as it oh, okay, okay, okay. You were in a meeting that whole time? Fuck off. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god, Barry, I mean, so here's the thing, Barry. Here's the thing, bud. You told a whole bunch of peeps who kind of, like, thrive on being annoying how to annoy you. So, like uh, no shit, the vast majority of my mods were just the best trolls, and I was like, "Would you like some power? You make me laugh." And I've gotten real fucking lucky. Don't do what I do. Well, that's how I feel about stems too. That's what Vissy was saying. Vissy was like, "I don't wanna fucking pay for the weight of the stems." The best trolls though, and that's honestly, this is a real theory I have, because we make comments all the time like, what happened to all the fucking good trolls? Trolls didn't always have they weren't, I almost don't like when people call like an anti-trans person or someone throwing around racial slurs a troll. Like trolls were funny. They were annoying, but they were funny. And like at their core, usually good people that just were sarcastic. I too am sarcastic beyond recognition sometimes. And I get it. I think this is a theory. I think what happened was all the streamers modded them up, or they became streamers, and there were no good trolls to teach future generations how to appropriately troll. So now we just got these little fucks around. They're like, how can I get a reaction out of people? I don't know, but I think you are a real theory. You're an actual theory, though. Exactly, BDO. I mean, it's facts. What troll teach? I mean, it was like learning how to do things from your mother by watching. Like maybe watch and see the interaction and like I don't. You got to pay the troll's toll to get inside of this poor boy's hole. That's all I know about that. Cheers. I think most of the best trolls, i.e., some of my favorite people I've ever met, and some of my mods, were like some of the craziest good lurkers. Because the best way to troll is to have personal fucking hits, and you don't have that if you're just a rando popping in to go look for a reaction. You know, like it's the type that sit around and take notes. Store it. Yep, it's stored for later until the perfect moment. And that's the moment I'm like, oh, genius, mean but genius. Here's a sword. Oh my god, Quill, what's it called? I might have heard of it. It's a subtle art, honestly. And it takes a mature person to dance that line of being funny and not being a fucking ass. And that's why like my mods and I both we've never even had to talk about it. It's just like an agreement that we've all been like, "Oh yeah, we all stand on the same place," where it's like if you're dumb enough to make either like a racist joke or an anti-trans joke, an LGBTQ, you know what I mean? A gay joke, etc. Like I don't give second chances because like if you're dumb enough to try that, I mean, you had so many chances between typing and pressing enter to maybe rethink what you're doing. We ain't got time. I think most of us are at the age where like, do we need new friends? Like, I'm open to it, but I'm not gonna put myself or my community at a detriment for it. Know what I mean? Oh, pretty. Is there a boy? They're the colorful ones, right? They're kind of like pheasants, where the boys are like much more flamboyant. Flamboyant. 90% sure Katie modded me. Katie, CK modded me. Because I gave her shit about her going live notifications in Discord so often. I mean, honestly, it probably yeah. It's highly likely. Pal World, dude, I have heard of it. I think Max was playing it with like JP and shit recently. Isn't it supposed to be fucking cute? I think it's supposed to be adorable, right? Nah, just general conversation, Donna. Nah, we just fucking around. Nope, I'm just stalling because I think we're going into a big battle and I'm nervous. So I've just been smoking and drinking. All right, let's do it, I guess. I'm just nervous. Wait, I don't have to kill the Pokemon though, right? I don't want to hurt the little cute things. That's what I don't like. You can? Do you have to? You can eat them? Is it like Slime Rancher kind of thing? Cheers, Viata. Big battle. I'm just assuming because I've got 2 people that are all geared up and this room we're in right now has so much ammo I literally can't carry it all. So I'm assuming. You work them to death? Oh my god, Beatree, you should never feel guilty about something like that. Honestly, like, what, like, it's good in my opinion, and I think I could, like, I think my mods would say this too, in for them as well as myself for emergency situations where it's like sometimes I get thrust on the front page for no reason because I'm considered a quote unquote safe streamer, i.e., I don't break TOS on purpose and I've never really been in trouble. Therefore, I can end up on the carousel and like maybe all my mods, because they are not employees nor paid or in any way, shape, or form, like they're literally just friends of mine that help out. What if they all have shit to do and have to work that day and all of a sudden I'm raided by a bot raid of a million people that want to spam the N word over and over? Both my, like, I know I have people in the back of my mind, and I know some of my mods do, where it's like people that are just regulars in the stream, where it's like, in an emergency, I know I can give you a sword because you know what the fuck's up. And a lot of my mods just end up staying mods because of that reason. Like, some of my mods literally have been emergency mods, where it's no fault of anybody's. It's just like, oh, fuck. Bad situation mixed with bad timing ended up in, oh no my god, chat. And like, you know, the normal community, like you guys are so calm in situations like that. It's seriously amazing. But my brain goes, oh, that's a lot of bad. Oh my god. It's yeah, those have been bad days. Those have been days that are very panic ridden. I believe in the power of the light. The light. Yeah, I don't. Isn't that a ghost song? The light? No, it's called something else. There's a ghost song with the light in it somewhere. Fuck the light, kicks light over. How dare you? I believe in a thing called love. I have sang that so many times in this game because they refer to the darkness all the time. Like, you find these secret messages on walls where it's like, the darkness believes in you. I believe in a thing called love. Can't not. I'm nervous. You were given a sword and are being forced to take care of it. Return it at your own risk. Literally. Literally, like, I wouldn't want to mod my channel. I don't know what that says. That's just me being real. I wouldn't want to. Just listen to the rhythm in my heart. That was such a good song, but they never made anything like it. How are you, Seatown? We're still cold, man. I made flannel's honestly super specific to very like the Pacific Northwest is riddled with it, and I think Northeast there tends to be a lot of flannel because it's really good in that cold, wet weather. But we like, you know, have one flannel exactly. Like I have one flannel that literally was my grandpa's one flannel. It's not like I got a shit ton of flannel out there, man. You only need one. If you have more than one, what are you doing? You didn't buy very good flannel. I feel like I've said flannel a lot, but you know what I mean. Honestly, I think like if I was to stereotype a Pacific Northwest look, it would have to be for girls because that's all I can speak to. But it'd be like leggings tucked into either a welly, depending on your age, and like a welly boot or like an UGG, and some sort of like vest, you know, like the North Face vest, but not North Face anymore. I have no idea what the thing is, and like a bun and like some sort of headband keeping your bangs out of your eyes because the mist is perpetual and terrible. But it's all for a reason and all kind of makes sense. I'm not wearing flannel on the outside. It is flannel. Oh my god, we could be fancy about it. Shall I fetch my grandfather's flannel? 'Tis a family heirloom. In the right breast pocket, you'll find a slightly stiff tissue. It may or may not have been his. We don't talk about it. Flannel for you, sir. Nah, dude, it's about the end of my stream, and I want to walk my dogs before it gets cold. These last couple days where I've been starting late, so going late, which honestly I love to do. I'd go late, but once it gets dark, the temperature, uh, I don't know the actual degrees that go away, but oh my god, the moment the sun is gone, my body goes into like mode. Like I just stop. I'm like it's like having the air knocked out of you. It's crazy when it gets dark like that. It's so bad. I have some flannel as well, and it's great when it's fucking cold. You mean flannel? It was an original flannel. You wouldn't know if you have to ask. You wouldn't know. I'm gonna do that. It's got to be a flannel now. I love that. Let's go with the flannels. And anytime someone judges us, be like, "Tell me you're not from Washington without telling me you're not from, or wherever you're from. You know, Washington State, whatever. Tell me you're not from without telling me you're not from. It's flannel. We should just start it. It's like salmon, gooey duck, etc. Like it's those words that you love to fucking throw at people and be like, pronounce that, bitch. And that's how you know where that you know if you know. We should just fuck it. It's now flannel. I mean, we could turn the world upside down. I am in flannel. I'm gonna do it. Join me if you wish. Yeah, it's like, I mean, flannel. Is it like Chanel flannel or is it like flannel? Where's we have to decide. We'll have to decide on where our emphasis is on the syllables. The flannel nation, rise up. I believe in it. Honestly, it's way cooler. Maybe people. I mean, honestly, you only make fun of flannel until you fucking put it on, and then you're like, oh, I get it. Flannel's amazing. Excuse me. The flannel is great. It works. I mean, it really is. There's something about it. I don't know what it is, like mechanically, but it works. It's warm. It fucking works. Flannel number 5. Flannel number 69.
Nice.
Like flannel. Honestly, I mean, tell me if I'm off on this. The more unnecessary syllables and pauses we put in it, the more pretentious it will become, right? Which is kind of our aim. So, like, flannel's too easy, like Chanel. It's got to be like flanella. Like people from the north of England, how they say H instead of H. H. I ain't judging. I'm just saying we're gonna take it. I'm just, that's like an example, you know, or hub. Flan, exactly. Yeah. Oh my god, a flannel, dude. We should. Hold on, I'm gonna make a mental note of it. Not a mental note, a physical note. I don't know why I said mental note. I actually legitimately very much wanted to make a literal note. Let's not talk about it. Fucking dumb. This has gone too deep. We should make a flannel. Oh my god. Okay, we'd have to. So here's the thing. If we wanted to make a flan, flan, excuse me, we would have to then distinguish the difference, and by we I mean me because ignorant American stupid brain who wants to be better and learn the difference between flan, and tartan. The pattern often used on the Scots kilts, via family names and whatnot. Because to the common eye, it may just be plaid. But to one in the know, there is a difference. Flanel. We could fucking hyphen that shit and make it real weird. Spanish, does it actually have like a stop it. We could make that. I'm thinking like that caramel sauce, like if you made it a little bit more firm, you could like do some sort of like thatching and literally make like flan appearance on it. Like sugar threads, kind of, yeah, like that. Have we gone too far? Flan. It's the flan el tartan. And it's just like different shades of cummy beige, like based on hydration levels. I think I went too far. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I was trying to think like the most pretentious thing is basically beige at this point. Just like flesh tone. Like watered down flesh tone, right? Just like different that that is the color of flan. Excuse me, flan L. In the post Burning Man beige, madam. It's, I mean, what's sad is if someone funded that project and actually created it, there would be a herd of beige bitches at that door. I mean, recently I saw a slew of TikToks that were put together by a curator on YouTube of people waiting at Target for their opening doors to buy a water cup. Like I didn't know, but people have gotten a little culty around like insulated water cups. It's, unhinged. It's like Black Friday kind of like rushing the store for it's a water bottle. Those, yep. I couldn't this fucking Stan what is happening? That Stanley thing. What? A 9-year-old got bullied for having a fake one. And get this, on the other end of that, like some of these TikToks I was seeing, they're calling out people. Most stores, apparently, because it's a big deal, you can't buy more than two. Some stores, you can go in and buy 50, and they go online and resell these Stanley Cups for like $300 a pop. And I'm not fucking with you when I say a stainless steel lined thermos. But, I mean, Kills, you saying that, like, I fucking get it. Because you want to know the hell I went through for not having a real Trapper Keeper as a child? Lisa Frank Trapper Keepers were fucking expensive, especially if you had 8 kids. So you had to multiply it times, however many people wanted one. And we had the dollar store knockoffs and shit. Existentially bullied. I would have rather gone to school with not than the knockoffs. People would steal my shit and like break it to prove it was fake, to prove a point. It was crazy. It's so weird. People, Donna, amen, hallelujah. Though it's so real. I'll pack a bowl and we'll final cheers because we went on a tangent. No shit. It's what is it? I mean, I don't get it. It's a water cup. It's a water cup. Unpossibility. Humanity was a hiccup. That was I think humanity was even it, we evolved from whatever the plan was for us was created the day after God discovered alcohol. Platypuses, echidnas, Tina Turner, the day weed was discovered or created. We were hangover creation. That's all I can come up with. Because, like, mom says 9-year-old was bullied at school for not having a name brand Stanley tumbler. How old was this child? 9 years old. I don't think I was offered water until, never. I was just saying this yesterday, but I'm not fucking with you when I say I don't remember consciously consuming water, as in a glass of water, before the age of like 20. The fact that a 9-year-old, I mean, man, I mean, we couldn't have water bottles and shit. We couldn't have anything. It's required? Wow. Trapper keepers were crap. I know that's the thing. Literally, I think they were in Michief. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they were barely a 1/4 inch ring on the inside because the trapper, like, they were foam or whatever. Like, my mom would get us, those fucking 3-inch, 3-ring binders, and we'd rip the cover off because it was shit. It would come off no matter what. Like, maybe you'd have high hopes for a week, but you'd rip that cover off. Those lasted forever, and they lasted all year, and I could stick everything in them forever. Those other ones suck, but I was bullied essentially. Like, it is sad. It's sad that that's still happening, and it's just for a fucking. Hey, kids. Y'all need hobbies before it's too late. This is a message from your elders. There comes a time when your brain doesn't want to learn anymore. And suddenly you're going to want to maybe have something on board other than like Stanley Cup limited edition releases. You know? So like when you're my age and you're like, yeah, I totes had a Stanley, the amount of people that will care in a positive way, it's none. It's 0 of them. 0 of them. But like maybe you could start a feral cat rescue or, read to the elderly because there's a whole lot of people my age abandoning their parents in old folk homes these days. I don't know. Do some good for the planet. This is what? The cup's not it. Help. Or, better idea, buy yourself a lamb and learn to create textiles often used in flannel. We would all appreciate such a talent. I mean, Stanley's a great brand, but like a child not getting bullied for like what? Wild. I don't know what to do. Like I'm worried for the brains of the future. Oh my god, side note, Vissy, can I show you real quick? I'm gonna cheers real quick and then I have to go before the light goes away. But I found this Mod Podge shit, no shit, that is dishwasher safe. And this one has glitter in it, but you can get it clear in matte or glossy. But no shit, you can put it on literally anything that comes out of your Cricut that you put on like a mug or something, or your stickers on your water bottle, and it's fucking rock solid. Shit ain't going nowhere. And it's not, I mean, obviously don't put it on the inside, but like it's just called Mod Podge. I mean, everybody's familiar with Mod Podge, right? But look for it. I don't know if this is new. I'd never seen it before in my life, but dishwasher safe is what they say on them now. This one has glitter, but there's a non-glitter one and stuff. And seriously, I started doing it on my water bottle to preserve my stickers because they always come off in the dishwasher and it pisses me off. It works incredibly well. Seriously, it's pretty wild. Cheers, bitches. I don't think I've heard of green stuff. What is it? Right quill? I'd never had before either. And it actually works. I tried it. $50, no shit. And they have like Helitable, it's not. It's so, I mean, I'm sure there's been other things like this. Like people line up for new Jordans and shit like that. However, in my personal experience, like Jordans are actually really well made, really comfortable, and really nice shoes that you can actually like utilize and use as a thing to cover your feet. Whereas, like, you know, there are so many vessels in this world to contain water that aren't that one in an efficient way. Like, I got this. This is like an off brand. This isn't even a Yeti. I don't think it is. What are you? Hydro flask? What's that? But I've had ice stay solid in this for 3 days. And I think it was like $20 at, you know, Dick's Sports or something. It's because I'm not kidding. Viata said it earlier, C-Town. It's literally because it's pink. Like they released this pink one. It's so weird. Yeah, I got yeah. I just right. I mean, Donna, how many cups could you get for $50 if you like went to a thrift store? Or like not even if you got a thing against thrift stores because you're like icky, other people touched it. TJ Maxx for fuck's sake. I mean, you could fill a house with cups. Wow. It is. It's literal pink tax. I mean, they literally pink taxed. I know. Yetis are really good too. I've heard by Yetis they keep ice forever. But I don't think anybody's ever gone psychotic about a Yeti, have they? Green stuff's a clay that comes in green and blue, and you mix it and it becomes green. Sculpts like soft clay, but leave it out. Oh my god, what? I've never used that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Green stuff? I'm writing that down. On my daily notes. Fuck yes. They did for Hydro Flask. See, I wouldn't even know. This is my Burning Man one. So honestly, it's got a little bit of flavor of dust going on, and a whole lot of strangers put personal weird stickers on it, also including you. Ah! This my precious is. But I didn't know. I guess I didn't. I was unaware of the fad. I got this at a thrift store. Someone else put their mouth on it. But you know, I have soap. I mean, it's just so weird that someone would get bullied. What a weird thing to get bullied for. I don't know. We were all bullied for weird shit though, right? I think I was bullied for not having gel pens. And then by the time my parents could afford to get me gel pens, I was bullied for having gel pens because they weren't cool anymore. What the fuck are you gonna do? I need to go walk my poods and get their poo out of them. They are doing better. Thank you all for worrying and asking about Trick. He is my precious, perfect son, and he's very sensitive. And I truly, truly, truly appreciate it because sometimes I feel insane. But like, when you see your babies hurt, there ain't just nothing going on fun in your brain. It just always goes worst case scenario. Especially, it's so stupid. You don't exactly. You don't have brand name sneakers bullied. You have like off brand or secondhand or whatever. Yeah, being bullied for poor. That was me and my family a lot. Like it's all stupid. Kids are mean, and it's sad. I had to take a college course to understand this, but kids that bully oftentimes are being bullied. I mean, often most like kids aren't born bullies. They're being bullied by their parents, or they're watching their parents bully each other and they're reflecting that behavior on someone at school. And that's even more fucking sad. I know a lot of you are parents, and I know you're good parents because I talk about this a lot. But can you imagine bullying your kid, your baby, your sweet, perfect little cum pet? What the fuck? I just don't. It hurts my brain to even conceive of it, and it makes me sad. It's a lot of generational shit. Yeah. Yeah. It's very, very just thanks for being awesome and not doing that. Zach's playing so get this. So Zach's playing this game called Shivers, which is so fucking weird. So he tells me after stream yesterday that apparently there's like a Discord community, an entire subreddit community dedicated to this really old game called Shivers. So I need to see it. Cumpet sounds so wrong, but so right at the same time. I mean, if you think about it, no, don't think about it too hard, but like it's there. I don't think I've ever played Shivers. I got to see this. He's playing it on disc. So what Zach does during the month of January is he does CD Romathon, where he only plays ancient fucking CD games that people send him, and that's what he's playing right now. So I just need to see it. You guys love this? Okay. Okay, I'm very excited. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad. I never. Sometimes I'm like, I hope you guys don't feel like I like raid Zach too often. I mean, he is my lover, but also I'm very curious. CD Ramathon's my favorite. That or Indie Fridays, always been my favorite. So these are just the best. Cheers. I love you. Take care of yourself and drink water. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Alan, wake and bake, motherfucker.